But there is something called the Alcubierre warp drive, and it is serious physics. And from people who have talked to me, who have military connections, they say we do have a space force. It is secretly out in 22 solar systems right now. And that a couple of times we've even been to Andromeda with the help of other non-humans. What is the truth from your point of view about how humans are going with ETs, moving point to point and getting from here out several light years in maybe an Earth day or 2 or 3?
Right. There are about 15 ways that repeat itself how intergalactic species travel. One of the easiest way to do that is through a jump gate, which is either a natural occurring portal or a artificially set up portal in order to connect 2 points of the universe. The underlying physics is that everything in the universe is on one scale only 1 point of existence that is connected to any other points in all existence. With that being said, if you are only 1 point of existence, you can basically shift the positioning of where you are through that 1 point field. So this is basically how a lot of the transportation in the universe is working, which means opening up a natural portal that uses the 1 point field in order to connect these two. There are several more, like you could also take 2 different points in the universe and through a kind of wormhole situation, limit the space that is between 2 points of the universe. So if you have 1 point, let's say here, and you have 1 point in like 100 light years away from here, you connect those 2 points and fold the space inside of it to a very dense degree, and then those 2 points that are actually, if stretched out, are very far away, are suddenly very close together, and you can go from 1 point to the another. Basically, you still have a distance. If you connect through the 1 point field, then the field itself is the same point, so you don't have distance. It's just the same point. But if you fold the space in between 2 points and bring them closer together, it will take only still like a half an hour or something to get through that 2 points, but it doesn't take like 100 light years.
Right, right. And there are always references to space tunnels. And the space tunnels, are they being applied to both the shortening, or is it that there is something about the structure of the universe itself and the way magnetic fields run, that there literally are what we would consider to be magnetic field tunnels that advanced species know how to use to get through the universe, the matter universe, quickly?
So if you have a craft that, for example, where a circuit is running around it, it creates an electrogravitical force which makes it easier. It's not affected by the gravitational force of outside things, so it can even get into water or into whatever you want. So it makes itself, it creates its own gravitational field. And then you use electromagnetic forces which attract 1 point to another, and then this allows a craft to go like 40,000 kilometers per hour.
Well, I remember Lou Elizondo, who was the Defense Intelligence Agency Director of Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program in the Pentagon. He has used as an example since the first opening up of the last few months that we have on recordings a UFO or UAP going 12,000 miles an hour and stopping on a dime,
right,
unmoving.
Right.
And says there's no human that could withstand that kind of physics, and there is no known human aerospace company that has made such a vehicle. So when we have that kind of demonstration, how do you explain that in kind of impossible physics?
The craft itself creates a gravitational field around it, just the way this planet, for example, has a gravitational field. And I mean, this planet is going by 100,000 kilometers per hour, something through space. And it's the same way with a craft that has a gravitational field, which means the people or the subjects inside of the craft are not being affected when the craft suddenly stops. Because normally, by normal means of physics, that would mean that the forces outside by stopping would affect,
The internal.
Right, it would be concentrated on the body that experienced these forces, and that would certainly bring people to, break people.
Smash.
Yeah, it was smash. This is basically, I mean, if you're thinking of some cartoons where you have like this girl falling down from a high tower or something, and then Superman comes from down, and catches it. By normal means of physics, you would suddenly change the vector of the forces, and that would immediately destroy that girl that falls
right.
down. But if there's a gravitational field, it only operates within this field. So it's similar, or you could compare it to the situation you have inside of a plane, where the people inside of the plane are basically not affected by the speed that's going on outside, just like a comparative situation.